Hey, Slater Crusaders. So obviously, election heavy last week, but I still got a ton of stuff to talk about regarding COVID. So of course, we got to go to our professor. He's a professor of virology at Columbia University. Of course, you know that. And he's got his podcast, This Week in Virology. And Professor, I learned this week you have another podcast called This Week in, what was it? This Week in Parasitism. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Professor, I got enough with the viruses. I can't be focused on parasites.
That's right. Just stay with the viruses. That's enough. No problem.
Let me pass this test, and then we'll come back to the parasites. When there's a global parasite pandemic, we'll have you back. Okay, so the wonderful news, I think, and I'm waiting to hold judgment until I talk to you, as I do with everything with COVID. It seems like Pfizer and BioNTech says their COVID vaccine is more than 90% effective. What do we know here?
All right. So as you know, this has been in people now for some time. We have a big trial, something like 30,000 people. And the goal is to see if vaccination with their vaccine will prevent COVID-19. And so they vaccinate a certain number of people, and then a certain number of other people get no vaccine. They get a placebo or a control. And then they let them go out in the world and they see how many people get COVID-19 in both groups. All right. And so right now they've gone through 94 cases. They have 94 cases of COVID-19 diagnosed in both groups. We don't know how it breaks down with both. But basically what they are saying is in the vaccinated group, they were 90% protected against disease compared with the placebo group. So of course, that's a good news, right? It's better than 10% or 20%. 90% is very good. The question just is, will that number stay high as we go further on? Because they're looking at many, many more people, of course, or will it drop? But I think it's great news at this point for sure.
Okay, what are the limits of our knowledge based off of that study?
All right, so we don't know anything. We have no data. We just have a press release from the company because the trial has not been cracked open yet. Remember, it's a double-blinded trial, which means that the people don't know what they got, and the people running the trial don't know who got what. And there's only one board, the Data Safety and Monitoring Board, that knows what's going on. And they look at the data. There are certain stopping points built into the trial. And the first one was 94 infections. And they looked and they told the company, okay, you're 90% effective. And so the company released that. Now, the only worry I have is that as we go on, it will drop. But I think starting at 90% is a great sign. The only worry, of course, is whether there'll be side effects. And, you know, if you listen to the last TWIV, we talked about heart problems caused by infection. And, you know, maybe that's one of the side effects that we're looking for. But this is an mRNA vaccine, right? Remember, this is an mRNA vaccine, and there's another company, Moderna, making a similar vaccine. So that's good because we'll have more doses, presumably.
Wow. That was deep and insightful. I want more of that. Like, subscribe, get more.